And welcome fans to Crete, Nebraska for Doane University Wrestling right here on the Doane Sports Network. I'm Rick Schmecker bringing you tonight's Doane Wrestling Duel as the Tigers take on Morningside College. The Mustangs come in with a record of 2-3 on the season. They are 2-0 in conference action. Doane 4-3 in duels this year. They are 1-2 in the GPAC. Morningside ranked number 18 in the NAI in the poll that was released yesterday. Doane receiving votes. They moved up with the point total. They sit 26th overall nationally based on the points. Doane coming in after a 2-1 weekend at the Bronco Duels in Hastings. The Tigers fell to then number 13 Southern Oregon 44-12. Then came back and beat a pair of teams that are receiving votes in York and Waldorf. Doane defeated York 29-27 and Waldorf 41-18. Morningside, they're coming in again with a 2-3 record, 2-0 in the GPAC. Their two wins in conference action are over Hastings and Jamestown. They beat the Broncos earlier in the season 33-18 and beat Jamestown recently 30-6. Their three losses have come against NCAA Division II opponents. Momentarily, we will have the national anthem as well as, I believe, the introduction of our seniors for senior night. And we'll turn it over to Cody Vance at that point. And then we'll have GPAC Wrestling right here on the Doane Sports Network. So stay tuned.
With a recorded version of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Tonight is senior night for Doane Wrestling, and we want to honor 6 special young men this evening, and let's take the opportunity to meet them at this point. Starting out with Jonathan Fletcher from Fairbury, Nebraska. Jonathan is majoring in interdisciplinary studies with an emphasis in education. His future plans to earn a master's in divinity and theology and pastor a local church. Give it up for John Fletcher. John Mark Reddick from Las Vegas, Nevada is a fitness management major. John Mark plans to work and coach wrestling following Doane. Congratulations, John Mark. Chandler Knight is a business administration major from Colville, Washington. Chandler plans to move back to Washington and work with his brother and dad in their family's company. He was an All-American in 2016. He finished in 8th place. Congratulations, Chandler. Seth Hood from Porterville, California, is a double major in business and fitness management. He plans to own his own business in the health and fitness industry. Give it up for Seth Hood. George Shadbolt is a chemistry major from Merriman, Nebraska, and his future plans include being a pro rodeo cowboy. I've seen him ride. He will be in Las Vegas soon. Congratulations, George, and good luck to you. And in absentia is Martin Phillips, who's majoring in elementary education, and he is from David City. 2017, he was an 8th place All-American in 2017. Martin is student teaching, elementary education major, and is not with us tonight. Let's give a big round of applause to all of our wrestling seniors. Well, good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome to Fred Biley Arena in Fuhrer Field House for tonight's Great Plains Athletic Conference wrestling duel between the Morningside Mustangs and your Doane University Tigers. And now let's meet the wrestlers. Here are your face-offs. At 125 for Morningside is Devin Faley. For Doane, George Shadbolt. That's 125. At 133 is Dustin Reed. Doane is open at 133. At 141 is Alex Schmitz from Morningside versus Seth Hood from Doane. 149, Stephen Garcia from Morningside versus Doane's Austin Miller. That's 149. At 157 is Kyle Fowler from Morningside versus Doane's Gage Heron. At 165 for Morningside is Nick Masden. For Doane, John Mark Reddick. That is 165. Moving on to 174 for Morningside is Jacob Wiley versus Doane's Dustin Karstens. At 184 for Morningside is Elijah Dirks versus Doane's Zach Linton. At 197 for Morningside, Caleb Deemer. For Doane, Chandler Knight. And at 285 for Morningside, Phil Rasmussen. And for Doane, Jake Smith. Those are your face-offs. Let's give both teams a round of applause before we begin this duel. Doane University is a member of the NAI and the Great Plains Athletics.
And those were our starting lineups for this evening. Our referee is Doug Hoops. We will be starting at 125, looks like. George Shadbolt, Devin Faley. Shadbolt, one of the Tiger seniors that was introduced earlier. And we're underway at 125. We're 30 seconds in, both men still jockeying for position. Faley shoots for the knee, has a leg, but still no control. Turn the point. Shadbolt doing a nice job fighting it off. Another shoot by Faley. Shadbolt able to fight him off. Both men back to the standing position. Shadbolt has a good grab on the left wrist. Now both men tied up around the heads. .60 seconds remaining here in this first period. Still scoreless. .15 seconds remaining here in the first. And Shadbolt and Faley kicking it off for us here on this senior night for Doane. Final home wrestling duel of the season. We have a scoreless first period. Faley will start down in this next period. We'll go from 125 to 141 as Doane open at 133 this evening. Faley will earn the point on the escape. Now Faley looking for the takedown, does get credit for it. And both men out of the circle. Shadbolt looking for the escape, possibly a reversal, gets the escape as Faley lets him go. Three to 1 Faley here in the second. And the Mustangs come in ranked number 18 in the NAIA. If you're unfamiliar with how the rankings work, they are based on the individual standings. There's a top 25 at each weight class for wrestlers in that top 20. Then they earn points towards the team total. Doane currently with 3 wrestlers ranked in the top 20 of their weight class. 2 of those gentlemen will wrestle here tonight as Shadbolt and Faley out of the circle once again. 35 seconds remain here in the second, 3 to 1 in favor of Faley. Down to 10 seconds. Fans still coming in here to the Fred Biley Arena in Fuhrer Field House. And the horn blows. 3 to 1 in favor of Faley heading into the third. This time it'll be Fletcher who starts down, or excuse me, Shadbolt for the Tigers. And Shadbolt will get the escape. Tried to get the immediate takedown. Faley was able to hold him off. Now both men got an ankle wrapped. 3 to 2. Shadbolt looking for the takedown that would give him the lead. He has 90 seconds to do so. Be a great way to start senior night with one of the Tiger seniors in action here. Down to 60 seconds. Still no control for either person. Somebody looking for that 2-point takedown. Down to 40 seconds as the two men separate. Another shoot by Shadbolt. Bailey able to hold him off. I believe a stalling warning given to Faley. Another one, and that would be a point for the Tigers, Shadbolt, but there's only 5 seconds remaining. And that will do it. Very competitive match here to open it up at 125. Faley takes it 3-2.
Devin Faley wins that match by a score of 3-2.
So 3-2 decision puts Morningside up 3-0. Again, Doane forfeits the 133 spot. So now it'll be 9-0 lead for Morningside entering the 141 match. So Alex Schmitz versus Seth Hood, another Tiger senior, set to take the mat. Looks like the clock did not start. We're getting ready at 141. Coach Ben Rossen over to the scores table to see if he can help get things going again. This will be our last wrestling broadcast of the 2017-18 season. And this is Doane's final home duel. So you can always stay tuned to Doane Wrestling schedule page, and if we have links available for duels or opens as far as following video, we will have those posted. 2 points to Hood for the takedown, working to get back control. Reed looking for the escape. Both men out of the circle. We'll go back to the center. Hood maintaining control. Now an escape for Reed. 2-1 in favor of Hood. Hood picked up 43 seconds of riding time. Again, both men looking for that opportunity to get the takedown. Shoot by Reed. Hood able to fight it off. And we have stoppage as some blood on Hood and on the mat. Looks like they're maybe looking at nose, so maybe a bloody nose. Doane Athletic training staff cleaning it up off the mat. Sydney Rogerson taking care of that. Also pole vaulter on the Tiger track team. Now we're back underway. And another stoppage. Looks like more blood on the mat. Ethan Pearson is Doane's wrestling trainer. Assistant trainer here at Doane. Ethan made the mistake of going to that rival school up in Lincoln, but has made the change to the good side. I apologize. I believe I've been saying it was Reed at 133. It's Alex Schmitz. Reed was here at 141. Reed was at 133. He picked up the forfeit win. So Schmitz and Hood here at 141. So we return to action. Hood has a 2-1 lead here in the first. He picked up a takedown, picked up 43 seconds of riding time, and then Schmitz able to pick up the escape. Schmitz was looking for the back. Hood able to circle with him. 10 seconds left. And a stall warning called on Hood. And the horn blows. Hood will take a 2-1 lead into the second. Again, they're attending to Hood as a bloody nose, the way it looks. Hood will start in the down position. And Hood with the escape quickly. Only 6 seconds into the second. Schmitz is going to be credited with the takedown as he gains the back once again. We're tied at 3. Now Schmitz trying to roll him over. Huth near the escape, and he does get out. retakes the lead 4-3. So we're back to where we were when we started this period, with Hood in front by 1. Both men lock up once again. Hood goes for the takedown, but Schmidt's able to roll him over, gets the takedown himself, picks up 2 points. He's going to have some near fall points as well as Hood tries to hold off the pin. At least 4 points of near fall. 5 seconds left in the period. Hood rolls to his stomach. And that will end the period. So 9-4 is our score now. As we go to the third, Schmitz will start down with the lead. So a big final 30 seconds there for Schmitz as he got the takedown and 4 near fall points. Now looking for the quick escape. Does get it. Up 10-4. In the end, the way for Hood to come back would be to allow that escape and get a takedown and just exchange unless he can get into a position where he can get a pin. A lot of times you'll see someone who has the ability to take someone down, let them up just to double up the points on them as they go. But Schmitz has shown that he is not going to allow that to happen so far here this evening. Minute 15 left here in the third. Schmitz with a 10-4 lead over Hood. Schmitz again looking for the takedown as he has a leg. So the right leg of Hood. Now trying to sweep and does get the takedown. So Schmitz now with an 8-point lead, which is an extra point in the team score at this point. Would roll up 4 points instead of 3. But an escape for Hood. Now it's back to 7. When you're working on the team score, it's a big difference between decision and a major decision and so on. If this ends up being a fight to the finish. 2 seconds, 1 second. It will end at a 12-5 score. So it'll be a decision victory. There's only 30 seconds of riding time, so it's 12-0 now on the team score. So now it'll be Stephen Garcia, recently named the GPAC Wrestler of the Week, ranked number 6 at 149. Taking on Austin Miller, a freshman for Doane. And we're ready to go at 149, Miller and Garcia. It's a huge challenge for Miller. He takes on the number 6 ranked wrestler at this weight class. Takedown given, but Miller with the escape. So 2-1. In the first 20 seconds of the bout here at 149. Another takedown for Garcia. Garcia trying to roll Miller over. Miller looking for a way that he can get position to get an escape or a reversal. Garcia grabs the left arm, twists it back. Trying to roll Miller over to his back is Garcia. Miller doing a nice job fighting off Garcia's attempt to roll him over. Has a leg stretched out, was kind of pinned under Garcia. That looked like that was preventing him from rolling over. Now Garcia looking to switch sides on Miller and pull him towards himself now instead of trying to push him over. Now Garcia switching back. Again, maintaining that top control. He's had back control for 1:30 now. 4-1 in favor of Garcia. Miller to a knee. Tried to get an escape, but Garcia able to hold on to that arm, that left arm. Now Miller again nearly able to escape. Now he will. 4-2. Favor of Garcia again, shoots for the takedown, has a leg. Looks to sweep, does get Miller down. Another takedown here in the first, 10 seconds remaining. Down to 3, Garcia is just going to sit on top. Has 2 minutes and 8 seconds of riding time as he takes a 6-2 lead into the second. Miller will start down. And clock had not reset before they had started the period. We'll see if we just pick up at the start of the period or if they run some time off. Looks like they'll just pick up at the 2-minute mark, which starts the period here in the second. So just a restart to the period, 6-2. Miller again gets stood up and escapes. 6-3. Garcia again trying to circle, does get the back, so another takedown. Fourth takedown for Garcia here in the match. Has an 8-3 lead, and he'll allow Miller to escape. That's what I mentioned in the last match, which was Hood and Schmitz. Another takedown for Garcia, so he could go with the option of just running it up, try and get a major or a possible tech fall. But at the moment, just collecting points on Miller is now trying to roll him over. So that riding time continues to move up. Again, it doesn't matter what it ends at as long as it's over a minute to earn an extra point. Another escape from Miller. It's 10-5 right now. So you have 5 takedowns for Garcia, 5 escapes. Now it's another takedown. 12-5. .25 seconds remaining here in the second. Garcia trying to roll Miller over now to his back. Back point or near fall points being awarded at the moment. Official signaling 2 near fall points. And the horn will sound. So 14-5. They'll start in the neutral position here in the third. Garcia gets the back again. 16 points now. 11-point lead. Garcia again looking to roll Miller over. Looks like he has him rolled over. Now it's a matter of he can put that final weight down on Miller's shoulders to pick up the pin. Got near fall points being awarded. Looks like this match will end either way. It's just a matter of if Garcia can get the pin or if it ends up being a tech fall. I believe the 4 points. And that will be a stoppage as 4 near fall points awarded. That will be a tech fall victory.
Winner by technical fall is Stephen Garcia. For Morningside at 157 is Kyle Fowler. For Doane is Gage Heron.
So 17-0 on the team score. So we move to 157. Gage Heron for Doane. Kyle Fowler for Morningside. Fowler ranked number 20 in his weight class. Neutral position, even though it doesn't look like it. Neither guy has earned a back point or takedown. There's your takedown as Fowler able to get to the back of Heron. We're at the midway point of this duel. This is the 5th of 10 matches. This was expected to be the area where Morningside would be the strongest against Doane. Doane will be able to counter with a couple of ranked wrestlers in the final 5 matches. And that's not to take anything away from any of the Morningside wrestlers by any means, or shortchange anybody. Just when Morningside has their 2 ranked wrestlers tonight in the top 5 matches, just naturally means that when Doane has theirs in the bottom 2, Doane would expect that's where their points could come from. Fowler keeping a foot on the circle. Both men slide out. Fowler tried to get his right toe back in, but the left one went out. There was just a brief moment where both feet were out. So they return to the center. Heron able to stand up, but Fowler throws him back down. And during this whole time, it's just 2-0 score. It's been all riding time accumulated by Fowler. Up over 1:30 now. As we are at 55 seconds to go here in the first. Doane will have 4 duels remaining on the schedule after tonight. Those 4 duels will take place a week from this Saturday in Sioux City at Briar Cliff. Doane will take on Briar Cliff, Jamestown, Hastings, and Concordia in dual action. And then the Tigers will be off a couple of weeks before they compete at the NAI North Regional on February 18th. I believe that is in Hastings this year. Fowler trying to get Heron rolled over just enough to earn some near fall points, but the horn will sound. 2:34 of riding time as we go into the second. Heron's going to defer, and Fowler will start down. So Heron will, one, try to cut into this riding time, but then also try to possibly earn some near fall points and escape. For Fowler, I believe there was a stalling warning issued to Heron. Now a takedown for Fowler. So 5-0 here at 157. Fowler has an arm trying to roll Heron over. Heron with that right arm somewhat loose was able to prevent the rollover. Stalling issued, so a point given to Fowler. So 6-0. Now in favor of the Mustang wrestler. And the horn will blow. That's 6-0 in favor of Fowler as we go to the third. Heron, a freshman for Doane, comes in with a 7-10 overall record. Facing one of his toughest wrestlers so far this season, trying to hold his own. And 2 points to Fowler. He's able to get to Heron's back. Looks like Fowler is going to earn an extra point for the riding time. So we're at 35 seconds left in the round unless he's able to find a way to roll Heron over. Heron has done a nice job of preventing any near fall points so far in this match. Fowler, the more seasoned wrestler. We're inside 10 seconds. And the horn blows. Final will be 9-0. That'll be a major decision. And Morningside now leads 21-0. So John Mark Reddick will step in for the Tigers. Another one of the Doane seniors that was recognized before we got going here tonight. Taking on Nick Masden. And we're ready to go. Masden a junior. Reddick a senior. Masden shoots. Reddick able to fight him off momentarily. Back into stand-up position, but both men locked. Reddick with arm around the back of the neck of Masden, and vice versa. Masden a couple times already in this match has used his hand to kind of push Reddick's head back, the hand to the face. Reddick shoots. Masden tries to get to the back, still neutral. No point for either gentleman. Back to standing. Masden, another shoot at the leg, has the leg, but still does not have the control to earn the point. Now gets the takedown. Masden rolls Reddick over momentarily at a 1 count. But no near fall points quite yet. Now Reddick rolled to his back, fighting, and a pin with 35 seconds left in the first.
Winner by pin is Nick Masden.
So 225 for the pin.
For Morningside, Jacob Wiley, and for Doane, Dustin Carson.
The Mustangs take a 27-0 lead through 6. 6 points awarded on the pin at 165. Go to 174, Dustin Karstens for Doane. Jacob Wiley for Morningside. Karstens 6-3 record on the year. He is 2-2 in duels. And 2 points for Karstens. Wiley looked for the takedown, and Karstens just kind of rolled around him. Now an escape. Still neither man with control. And both are out of the circle for just a brief moment. They were circling for position. Back to the stand-up in the center. 2-1 in favor of Karstens. Another shoot by Karstens, 15 seconds left as Wiley tries to circle to get the back. And 2 points credited for the takedown. Time will run out here in the first. And Wiley holds a 3-2 lead. Looks like Wiley will start down. I believe Karstens deferred. Now Karstens able to roll Wiley back. Picks up at least 4 near fall points. Looking for that pin. Wiley will roll back. It'll be 4 near fall points for Karstens. Now an escape. 6-4 in favor of Karstens now. Wiley almost looked like he's going to have Karstens in a fireman carry, but Karstens able to roll away. And both men are out. They'll re-enter the circle in a stand-up position. Inside 45 seconds here in the second period. Karstens holding a 6-4 lead over Wiley. Karstens shoots. Wiley able to hold him off. Now Wiley shoots for the leg, has the leg, but Karstens looking to swing around and grab the back. Wiley circling, Karstens riding. And Wiley able to get Karstens back. We're tied at 6 as the whistle blows, or the horn on the score board. Tied at 6. Going to the third. So Karstens will start down. And a quick reversal for Karstens, picks up 2 points. Wiley trying to sprawl out. He gets the escape. So 8-7 in favor of Karstens. The minute 37 to go. We are in the third period. 60 seconds to go as Wiley shoots. Carson's able to hold him off. Riding time should not factor in to this match. Carsons gets the takedown. I'm going to say unless Carsons could get the back, he's the one that has the riding time now to escape. 10-8. Right now, Carson's only responsibility is to not allow Wiley to get a takedown. 25 seconds to go. Carson's with a 2-point lead. 15 to go. Carson's again looking to circle to the back. Still no control. Both men back to their feet. Wiley again. Carson shoots for the leg. 4 seconds to go. 2 seconds, 1 second. That'll do it. Carson's picks up the win for the Tigers. 10-8. Gets Doane on the board. So it's 27-3 overall now. So we go to 184. They'll bring up Zach Linton for Doane, ranked number 5 in the NAI. 21-2 on the season. Elijah Dirks will wrestle for Morningside. Linton, 21 wins, 10 away from the school record since wrestling returned to Doane. That 31 mark is held by Kevin Corbett, the first All-American at Doane and 2-time All-American. A quick takedown for Linton, looking to get the quick pin, but Dirk's able to roll to his stomach. Linton, side control, looking to roll Dirks over. Grabs that left arm, pulls it behind Dirk's back. Dirk's able to bring it back to the front, maybe able to grab onto it with his right arm. Can't see as he's pinned underneath. Now that arm brought up. Linton drops an elbow into the neck area. And Linton trying to roll Dirks over. The aggressor here in this match had the quick takedown. And a takedown in the first 9 seconds. Nearing 1 minute of riding time now as we just went under the 2-minute mark. Linton lifts Dirks up, sends it back down to the mat. Linton maintaining control. Dirks trying to roll out of it, and 2 men will roll out of the circle. So Dirks again down in the down position. Minute 20 of riding time now for Linton, with a minute 28 to go here in the first. Looks like Linton picked up 2 near fall points as well, has a 4-0 lead. Missed the notification on that one by our referee. Again, Doug Hoops officiating this home duel for the Tigers. Linton will have 4 near fall points, but looking to finish off Dirks. Dirks able to roll back. That's 4 points on the near fall. So 8-0 now. Favor of Linton. 43 seconds to go in the first. So all Linton so far in this match. Stalling, warning against Dirks. Three seconds, 2 seconds. I'll do it here in the first. So 2:51 of riding time. Following that takedown, 9 seconds in, we'll start neutral position. Dirk's able to stay on his feet a little bit longer here, but now Linton with the takedown. This time 17 seconds into the round. Escape for Dirks. Gets him on the board. It's 10-1 in favor of Linton. Now Dirks shoots for the leg. Linton looking to bring a leg over, gain back control, and does. So Linton with 2 points. Now Linton looking to roll over Dirks. Near fall points are being awarded, it looks like. And 4 near fall points. And that makes it a tech fall victory.
That was 184.
So 16-1. Score is now 27-8 overall.
Team score is warning site 27, Doane. We move to 197.
So we go to 197. That'll be Chandler Knight, ranked number 17 in the NAIA for Doane. Caleb Deemer for Morningside. Knight, his final home match as a Tiger. He'll look to go out in grand fashion. Knight nearly had a takedown. They're going to say no control as the two men were circling. They spun over and went out of the circle. No, he didn't. It was nearly a takedown for Knight, and then Deemer, they almost rolled right up on top to pick up the takedown, but they went out of bounds, so neither one received any points. Knight, an All-American for Doane 2 years ago. Missed good chunk of this season. Wrestled the opening weekend, got hurt. Came back last weekend at the Bronco Duels. Actually, if I'm looking at my results right, he was actually back for the Northwestern duel in December, so missed about a month of time. But until last weekend, it only had one match over 2 months of action. Now the takedown for Knight. A minute 15 left here in the first. Knight looking to pull that left arm back and then roll Deemer over. Deemer doing a good job of staying sprawled out enough so that Knight is having to work to try and get that roll over. Stalling, however, going to be issued as far as a warning goes against Deemer. Two 0 in favor of Knight. 12 seconds left in the period. And an escape with 3 seconds gives a point to Deemer. So it's 2-1 heading to the second. And Deemer looks like he is going to decide to start down. Knight had a minute 26 of riding time in the first. Knight again looking to grab that left arm, left hand, wrist. Try and pull it behind Deemer's back. Deemer able to fight it off. Now an escape for Deemer. We're tied at 2. Knight shoots, but Deemer is the one who's able to earn the points as he gets the back, is able to sprawl out and then circle. He takes a 4-2 lead. And an escape for Knight. .30 seconds to go here in the second period. Deemer holding a 4-3 lead over Knight. Knight again trying to shoot and grab at that right leg. Deemer able to hold him off. Now Deemer shoots and still no control as the horn blows. So it's a 4-3 score heading to the final period. So an important third period for Knight on several levels as he starts down. Has a minute 19 of riding time, so if he can get out in the opening 19 seconds, he would still be holding that point for riding time. And he rolls through to get that quick escape. So we're tied at 4. Now if they were to go scoreless the remainder of this period, Knight would win based on riding time. But for Knight, he's a nationally ranked wrestler, so needing the victories to maintain that ranking, which then if he would qualify for nationals will play into seeding potentially. At senior night, he wants to win on his final home match as well. So we're tied at 4 with a minute 20 to go. Deemer again, and Deemer will get the back. So he takes a 6-4 lead. Knight nearly escaped. Deemer able to get him back, and they go out of the circle. 57 seconds left. National rankings will also play into seeding when it comes to the regional, which is on February 18th. So again, can Knight get the quick escape or a reversal? Knight tried to spin out, but Deemer was able to grab an ankle, now an escape. Now Knight needs a takedown as that riding time is under a sec, or is 1 second under the minute for a point. Knight drives in, gets the takedown, takes a 7-6 lead. Now picks up that extra point of riding time as well, which is going to be important potentially as this match winds down. 20 seconds to go. Knight holding on with a 1-point advantage. Deemer tries to elevate up. Knight shoves him back down. 5 seconds to go. And Chandler Knight will pick up the victory here on senior night. An 8-6 win.
Chandler Knight wins that duel by a score of 8-6. That was one.
So Morningside now leads the duel 27-11. As we go to the 285 weight class, Jake Smith and Phil Rasmussen.
Team score is Morningside 27-11. This is 285. Again, Phil Rasmussen from Morningside versus Doane, Jake Smith.
So Jake Smith for Doane. A 3-14 record on the season. And all but four of his matches have been decided by a pin, win or lose. Which is just crazy in my mind to be involved in that many pinfalls, one way or the other. He does have 2 of his 3 wins are by pin. Smith, a junior. Rasmussen, a freshman. Rasmussen shoots. Smith able to fight him off. The officials say watch the headgear. Not sure if he was talking to Rasmussen or Smith. So Morningside has clinched the duel. Still improved to 3-0 in the conference. Now Rasmussen with the takedown. Doane trying to pick up one last win on the individual matches to tighten the score. Rasmussen trying to do the same for the Mustangs, holding a 2-0 lead here in this first period of the final bout. Smith to his feet, trying to escape, and does. $50 seconds to go here in the first. Shoot by Smith. Rasmussen able to push him down, trying to get to the back. Smith able to circle out of it. Neither man able to earn a point there. 20 seconds to go. Still 2-1 in favor of Rasmussen. And time will run out here in the first. Looks like Rasmussen will have the decision. He'll start down to open the second. Rasmussen looks for that escape. and able to break away, earns the point. Three to one in favor of Rasmussen. Minute 15 left in the second. Two men locked up, now breakaway. Each man looking for that opportunity to shoot and get the takedown. Rasmussen driving Smith back. Looks like he has a headlock. Now they're both back up. Circle around. As Rasmussen goes out, Smith goes back into the circle. And the second period will come to a close with Rasmussen leading 3 to 1. And Smith will start down. Smith looking for the escape. Rasmussen able to push Smith back down and flat onto the mat. It's the first match for Smith into the third round since the Northwestern duel on December 5th. There hasn't been a lot of action in between then and now. Smith is able to get back to his knees, but Rasmussen able to push him back down, picking up some riding time. Again, Smith, one knee, one leg up, but Rasmussen able to get him back down. Down to 40 seconds to go here in this final match of the evening. Rasmussen still trying to roll Smith over as Smith continues to try and get out of this down position. Down to 10 seconds. Looks like our final score will be 4 to 1 with riding time. So the team score final is 30-11 in favor of the Mustangs. So Morningside improves to 3-3 overall on the season, 3-0 in the GPAC. Doane drops to 4-4 overall and 1-3 in the GPAC. Again, Doane returns to action on January 27th as they go up to Sioux City to take on 4 conference teams in the GPAC duels. Be Concordia, Hastings, Jamestown, and Briarcliff. Jamestown new to the conference this year in wrestling. They will be a full-fledged member of the GPAC next year. So again, Morningside with the win, 30-11 overall. 3-3 now for the Mustangs on the season, 3-0 in the GPAC. Doane 4-4 overall, 1-3 in the GPAC. This again was our final wrestling duel of the 2017-18 season here on the Doane Sports Network. Our next broadcast here on DSN is on Saturday, 2 o'clock, with Doane women's basketball taking on top 25 opponent in Dakota Wesleyan. Men's game follows, also a top 25 opponent in Dakota Wesleyan. So that will do it for us here this evening. And we want to thank you for tuning in for Doane Wrestling.